Hello dear students, I am back with fun-filled knowledge on interrogative sentences and negative sentences. I hope you all have revised kinds of sentences. If not, then do not worry. Let's revise it very quickly. So dear students, we have studied four kinds of sentences which are statements, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences and exclamatory sentences. In today's session, we will learn about two new topics which are chapter 5 interrogative sentences and chapter 6 negative sentences. So dear students, if we talk about interrogative sentences, we know that interrogative sentences ask questions. They always end with a question mark. For example, have you revised your previous topic? Are you excited to learn the new chapter? This all we have already learnt in kinds of sentences. But the new thing which we will learn today is that if statements are given, then how to convert the statements into questions or interrogative sentences. So dear students, when we need to convert any statement into an interrogative sentence or a question, what we need to do is we need to consider few basic rules which are, first of all, identify the verb and the subject. After identifying the verb and the subject, write the verb in the beginning, and after the verb, write the subject and put a question mark at the end. I repeat, while converting any statement into an interrogative sentence or a question, always write the verb at the beginning and put a question mark at the end. For example, I am intelligent. This is a statement. So let us find out the verb and the subject. In this sentence, the verb is a word which is am, and it is a helping verb which I have already told that we will be learning later on. So after identifying the verb, we need to identify the subject. So dear students, I hope we have got our subject also. Let me tell you, it is the word I. So we will write am in the beginning. After writing the verb, we will write our subject which is I. Then we will write rest of the part of the sentence and put a question mark at the end. In the second sentence, which is she was in grade 3. Here also we have written the verb which is the word was in the beginning. After that we have written the word she which is the subject, and then we have not forgotten to put a question mark at the end to make it a perfect interrogative sentence. So dear students, remember to begin with the verb and then write the subject and put a question mark at the end. You must be wondering that what to be done when the verb has two words or the sentence is having two verbs. It is very simple. Let me tell you what to be done in that case when the task is being given to convert the sentence having two verbs into an interrogative sentence. What we will do is we will simply identify the verbs and the subject. Once we have identified both the verbs, we will write the first verb before the subject, the second verb after the subject, and we'll simply put a question mark at the end. It is very simple. I repeat, when there is any sentence which is having two words and you need to convert it into an interrogative sentence, identify the verbs and the subject, write the first verb before the subject, the second verb after the subject, and put a question mark at the end. For example, I have understood this concept. In this sentence, there are two verbs. The first one is have, and it is a helping verb, and I have already told you that we will be learning about helping verbs later on. Another verb is understood, which is a main verb, or you can say it is a second verb. So while converting this sentence into a question, we will write the first verb in the beginning, which is the word have. After that, we will write the subject, which is I. After that, we will write the second verb, which is understood. And then by doing so, we'll put a question mark at the end. In the second sentence, which is I will revise this concept. Here also we will do in the same way that we will write the first verb in the beginning, and after that we will write the subject and then the second verb, and then we'll remember to put a question mark. So my dear smart learners, whenever you get the sentence with two verbs, write the first verb before the subject, the second verb after the subject, and then put a question mark at the end. Let's recapitulate interrogative sentences. So while converting statements into interrogative sentences or questions, we need to remember few things, which are: interrogative sentences ask questions. When there is a single verb in the sentence, then we write the verb at the beginning and then we write the subject after the verb. When the sentence is having more than one verb, then we write the first verb before the subject, second verb after the subject, and in both the cases we put a question mark at the end. For example, is this topic easy? Here we have only one verb which is coming in the beginning and the sentence is ending with a question mark. In the second example, there are two verbs, so sentence is beginning with a helping verb which is are. The complete sentence will be, are we learning in easier way, and it is also ending with a question mark to make it a question. So after learning interrogative sentences, let's learn about negative sentences. Negative sentences usually have the word no or not in them. And whenever the sentence is having a single verb, we always add either no or not after that particular verb. For example, Alex is a good boy. This is a positive sentence because we are talking positively. But if we have to convert this particular sentence into a negative sentence, we'll use the word not after the verb. So here the verb is. So the negative sentence will be, Alex is not a good boy. In the second example, which is, I have money in my pocket. This is of course a positive sentence, and when we will convert it into a negative sentence, so it will be, I have no money in my pocket. So I repeat, negative sentences usually have word like no or not. If the sentence has a single verb, we simply add no or not after the verb. So the sentences which have two verbs, or if the verb has two words, then how to convert these sentences into negative sentences? It is very simple. We don't have to do anything. We just have to add not after the first word. For example, I am going outside. It is a positive sentence, and here there are two verbs which are am and going. So we will write it as, I am not going outside. I repeat, when the verb has two words, we simply add not after the first word as it is given in the example. Like, I am going outside. It is a positive sentence, but when we will convert it into a negative sentence, we will write it as, I am not going outside. So dear students, when we do the same for imperative sentences, we add do not or don't in the beginning of the sentences to make them negative sentences. For example, go outside. Here it is a command. It is a positive sentence, but it is an imperative sentence. So to convert it into a negative sentence, we will write do not go outside, or we can also write don't go outside. There is no difference between do not and don't, because don't is a contraction of do not. So dear students, let us revise one more time. When the verb has two words, we add not after the first word. When we have imperative sentences, we add do not or don't in the beginning of the sentences to make them negative sentences. So let us quickly revise what we have learned about negative sentences. Negative sentences have words no or not in them. When a sentence has a single verb, we simply add no or not after the verb. For example, Coronavirus is not powerful than our willpower. When the verb has two words, we add not after the first word. For example, coronavirus will not harm much. The third condition is in imperative sentences, we add do not or don't in the beginning of the sentences to make them negative sentences. Example for this particular condition is don't discuss much on coronavirus. So dear students, with the help of above examples which are negative sentences, we have learnt about negative sentences, and one more good thing that even in negative situation there is always some positivity. Always remember, whenever we have any negative situation, always try to find positivity in that. So dear students, think for a while. There are three examples given for interrogative sentences, and I'm sure that after you read these three examples, you will be learning something. So let us see what are these. The first one is, are we following the lockdown? Are we washing our hands frequently? The third one is, are we maintaining social distancing? These three interrogative sentences are sensitizing us to take proper precautions to break the chain of COVID-19. Now let us see about negative sentences, which are if you promise that I will not go out, I will not eat unhealthy food, and I will not spread rumors about coronavirus. So these three sentences are negative, but I am sure that these three sentences are spreading the positivity that coronavirus is nothing if we consider above examples. So as of now, we have learnt about interrogative sentences and negative sentences. So you all must be waiting for some tips. Well, my first tip for you all is, when you go to the bed every night, ask yourself a very simple question, which is, am I happy today? Believe me, dear learners, nobody is going to give you the answer of this question of yours. It is only your inner voice which will tell you the answer. And this answer cannot be heard, but it can be felt. So, my second tip for you all is, don't be negative, but be positive in every situation. So, remember the tips which I have given you today. And till we have our Zoom session, take care of yourself. Thank you so much. Goodbye.